It's been almost half a year since the last video, but brace yourselves for what will follow. We will start with the MP Midi controller. Here's a blast from the past with options we had back in the day for remote controlling synthesizers or have hands-on control over plugins. These are custom printed overlays or blank ones, which were labeled according to the functions of the plugin or synth functions you wanted to access. And they were a pain to work with. Some of them failed after years, and these are basically just collecting dust. But today we will find out about the future. I've been following its development since its early announcement, and to me this is one of the gear highlights of the year. People keep asking, what is it? Standalone, a processor, a controller? How does it work? Well, the MP Midi controller is a controller, as its name says, and it does not make any sound by itself. You open the MP host plugin in your DAW of choice, which is basically a container for the plugin you pick from the list of installed VST2, VST3 or audio unit plugins. Native DAW plugins are not supported, only the ones you pick from your installed list of VST2, VST3 or audio unit plugins. The MP host can be single or multi. On the Mac you can save and recall these later. It doesn't have MIDI ports, but it comes with 2 USB-C ports and a HDMI port. Let's do some unboxing and see what's in the box. The first impression, the haptics, the feel, the sturdiness of it reminds me of the old EMU systems SP12, SP1200, which were built like tanks. I will not get into detailed installation instructions to keep this video short. There's plenty of information on the MP Midi website, and you'll receive detailed installation instructions once purchased. And now I'll get behind the camera and focus on filming, and my friend Kozo will show you how this thing works. Right there in front of you around the gorgeous screen, you have 4x8 encoders, which means 32 encoders, and you can flip up to 4 pages per plugin. That means you have up to 128 parameters in total per plugin at your disposal. The sensitivity of the encoders can be adjusted, and you can use the encoders as switches as well. But I think the touchscreen is more appropriate for switch functions. The encoders feel great, not too tight, not too loose. Of course you can record automation like you did before, only better because you have tactile, hands-on control in real time and you're not turning an encoder with a mouse pointer. You only need to link the parameters of a plugin once and then save that as a preset and recall it at any time. Presets are opened from the right-click menu on the main screen, and you can categorize them as you wish based on the folders in MP/host/presets. Coloring helps grouping encoders like, for example, ADSR, especially when you flip through pages and you want to get there quickly. Each encoder has a polarity and range setting, and all encoder settings can work together when changed. You can even set up macros and affect way more than one destination with the turn of an encoder. Obviously, the main purpose of the MP controller and what makes it special is to have the hosted plugins close to the soft and hardware encoders, so you don't have to lift your eyes to the computer screen while you're controlling the knobs with your hands. And this really gives you the feeling that you're working with hardware, not with plugins anymore. For example, on Arturia's 2600 sequencer, it's such a great feeling to move the notes with encoders instead of clicking with the mouse. And the cool thing is that the hard and software encoders are so close to each other with the hosted plugin. Control is transferred immediately when selecting a plugin, and the controller syncs automatically upon selection. The controller's encoders, soft encoders, and hosted plugin parameters are entangled and always in sync. When changing presets or patches on the hosted plugin, the controller's encoders sync automatically. Of course, the MP Midi controller does not only work on Apple computers, but also on Windows. This is a rig I want to use as a live act and ignore the strange shape of the cabinet. It's just a regular Intel i7 computer running Windows 10 Pro, and MP Midi controller works like a charm on it. The MP host plugin adds 0 latency and consumes almost 0 CPU. If you feel concerned about using the MP controller on slower computers or older computers, no problem, they will work just like they did before, and the MP controller does not add any processor load. I've tried many controllers, trust me, and nothing comes close to this. The screen estate, the resolution, the overall feeling of the machine is gorgeous. No need for overlays, always what you see is what you get, instantly. And the versatility, the fact that it's like a chameleon, transforming instantly in what you need. And I have many ideas of future use of this, for example, using plugins as effects in my analog mixing desk. And having that hands-on, real-time control over the plugin parameters, I think is just great. So this was just a quick test for what it can do, and stay tuned because there will be a lot more coming. This is a track I'm working on, based on a traditional Romanian folk song from the 1930s, and it's great fun to twist real knobs instead of doing it with a mouse pointer.